So a central angle comes out of the center. It would be the red angle, and that is equal to the arc that it intercepts. When you talk about intercepting arcs, this is where I talk about the monkey holding on to the circle. Okay, that angle, that red angle is holding on to that circle at those two places. The arc in between its two hands is the intercepted arc. Does everybody see that? You pay attention? So now the green one intercepts what? What arc does that one intercept? The green one intercepts the same as the red one, right? But the green one goes all the way to the edge of a circle. So I want you to think of a slingshot. Do you see the slingshot in my hand? The rubber band is right here. You see it? And when you pull back on that rubber band, what happens to the angle in the rubber band? It gets what? Look at the picture. What do you think it gets?
Longer, tighter.
Smaller, right? It gets smaller. All right? So now we're going to look at how does it get smaller. Do you understand that? When you're pulling back, it gets smaller. So the green angle, it equals 1/2 of the arc that it intercepts. Okay, so it's 1/2 the arc that it intercepts, okay? So if this red angle here is 40, how much does the arc measure? This arc, how much does that measure? If the red angle is 40, what does the arc measure? 40. And what does the green angle measure? 20, 1/2 as much. Okay, so that's 20 degrees. When you look at this picture, the only clue you're given, well, you're given a couple clues. You know that there's a right angle involved, right? So how many right angles are there in that picture? 4. You can go ahead and make anything in green or conclusions that we make. Make the rest of these right angles. Everybody understand that? If 2 lines are perpendicular, it forms 4 right angles. So we can conclude that. Okay? And there's nothing going out of the center, but we do have a diameter in that picture. Which line is a diameter in that picture? Which line is a diameter?
AC.
AC is a diameter. Very good. Does everybody see it cuts the circle in half? Well, if it cuts the circle in half, how much is the arc at the top of that line? That adds up to 180. So can somebody tell me what BC is?
180.
No. BC.
140.
No.
40.
BC.
60.
60 degrees. It's got to add up to 180. This piece is 120. Everybody get that? So this piece here is 60. That is the only information I have. Now, if I look at that picture, I could say AD is 120, but nothing in that picture tells me that for sure. So don't make conclusions that you really don't know, okay? It might be 120, but let's wait and see if it's 120, if we have proof. But we did learn about the monkey. What angle is hanging on to arc AB that is hits the other side of the circle? What angle is hanging on to A and B? Go to the ends of A and B and see what angle, what monkeys,
120.
what angle. Look at that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which angle is hanging on to AB?
113.
8 is hanging on to AB. Very good. So if it's a slingshot one pulled all the way back, how much does 8 measure?
120.
Nope. How much, what is that?
Oh, 60.
60. So we know angle 2 is 30.
Is 1 and 3 the opposite?
So we know angle 2 is 30 because it forms a triangle with angle 8 and the 90-degree angle. Now this might be a little bit hard to see, but do you see any angle that you can figure out what it is and tell me why? If the monkey is going from number 7, what arc is the monkey holding on? He's got one long arm and one short arm. What arc is that? What arc is number 7 holding on to?
Can you go on the board and show us what you mean? I don't see it.
Yep. Okay, so number 7, if you look at where number 7 ends, it ends at B and C. So number 7 is going to be half of that 60, which is 30. The other way to look at number 7 is 8 and 7 grab onto the whole diameter at A and C. So 8 and 7 has to be 90, which is half of 180. And since 8 is 60, 7 has to be 30. So we have that 7 is 30. Now, can I find angle 6? Somebody tell me what angle 6 is.
Angle 6 is 60.
Is 60 because that's a triangle there and it's a 30, 60, 90. So we know angle 6 is 60. All right. Now what arc does angle 6 hang on to?
Angle 6 hangs on to.
What's the name of the arc?
AD.
CD.
Wouldn't
Yes, it hangs on to AD. So since 6 is 60 and it's one that's pulled back on the slingshot, how much does AD measure? 120. So they are equal, but we didn't know that. And so if that's 120, what is this DC arc?
60.
60, okay? Now you guys finish the rest of the angles and show me your work. So number 1 intercepts, if you go to the ends of number 1, it grabs onto B and it grabs onto C. Well, BC is 60, so it's going to be 30. And number 3 grabs onto AD, so it's half of 120, which is 60. And then angle 4 grabs onto CD, so half of that is 30. And angle 5 grabs onto AB, and half of that is 60. So we're going to put all the angles on here. Angle 1 is 30. Angle 3 is 60. This one is 30, 60. Got it? If you have a quadrilateral inscribed in a circle, their opposite angles are going to be supplementary. So A, B, C, and D. Angle A plus angle C equals 180, and angle B plus angle D equals 180. Their opposite angles are supplementary.